Why is it that aging seems to lead to more and more aging? It's like once it starts, it just ramps up and accelerates. I mean, can we slow it down already?
Well, sure. There are a few things you can do to slow it down, but first you got to address one of the biggest factors in aging, and that's oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress, otherwise known as free radical damage.
That's it.
Oh boy. Hi everyone, and welcome to the C60 Show. In this video, we're going to introduce you to the bad boys of aging, free radicals.
We'll show you what you need to fight these bad boys. Some seriously powerful antioxidants.
Now you may be thinking, I'm already getting all the antioxidants I need from my food. But did you know there are some antioxidants that your body has to make that you can't get from food?
It's true, antioxidants are your body's defense against oxidative stress, but unfortunately your body's antioxidant production declines drastically as you age, leading to a whole host of problems. Hi, I'm Ken, Chief Science Officer and founder of C60 Purple Power.
And I'm Sierra, Certified Functional Nutrition Counselor. Thanks so much for joining us today. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video because we're going to share a secret hack for fighting oxidative stress at the cellular level.
Okay, let's get started, but first, all opinions expressed in this video are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional medical advice. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration.
C60 Purple Power products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary. First, let's answer the question, what is oxidative stress?
Oxidative stress is basically your body rusting, and that's caused by free radicals.
And what exactly are free radicals?
Well, free radicals are atoms that contain an unpaired electron. And due to this lack of stable number of outer shell electrons, they are in a constant search to bind with another atom or molecule to stabilize themselves, a process that can cause damage to human cells.
So they just go around tearing stuff up, right?
That's pretty much what they do, just like the rust on your car.
And that can cause oxidative stress, of course, and also that can lead to inflammation. I know oxidative stress can be a major contributor to inflammation in the body, but what other sort of downstream effects can it have on our health and well-being?
Well, oxidative stress can be a factor in many conditions. Inflammation, we talked about, many chronic illnesses are inflammatory, and then you'll see results of this from fatigue, you have muscle weakness, a whole bunch of mitochondria issues, hormone problems, cognitive decline, aging, skin, gut health problems, like wrinkles, and joint diseases, and a whole lot more.
Yeah, a whole lot more, unfortunately, because really oxidative stress affects every system of the body, every organ, all of your tissues and everything. And so it kind of has this like cascade of damage effect that just really can wreak havoc and of course accelerate the aging process. It's not just aging that can increase your exposure to oxidative stress. In this day and age, we are really exposed to a lot more pollution, radiation, and other things that can cause free radical damage in our bodies. Even if you're young, you still might need to supplement with antioxidants because really our bodies can't even keep up with the onslaught of oxidative stress that people are suffering today. So how can we fight this oxidative stress? Can you just take like some extra vitamin C or something? How can we deal with this problem?
Well, that was the problem we talked about earlier. There's just simply some antioxidants that have to be produced in the cells. And these are usually associated with mitochondria function and some other key functions in your body. And those three ones basically are SOD, which is superoxide dismutase, catalase, and they work together to take care of superoxide and super important in your mitochondria, and also glutathione.
So what you're saying is like vitamin C and vitamin E and the kind of antioxidants you get from your food really can't get into certain areas or the mitochondria and things like that, right?
That's right, because you need specific type of antioxidants. They can only be produced in the cells, and you just can't supplement for them.
Now, mitochondria really are the powerhouses of the cell. That's where your ATP production happens. So your energy level. Your cells need energy to do their job. And if they start slowing down and they don't have the energy, then you're going to have all kinds of problems. We talk about these different areas that oxidative stress can affect, right? Well, obviously, oxidative stress in the brain, we know that inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain causes degenerative disorders. We know that mitochondrial issues can lead to a whole other host of issues. So energy problems, that's where the fatigue and the muscle weakness and the hormone problems come in, because if the mitochondria aren't able to do their job, they can't produce the precursors to all the hormones and the ATP and the energy in the cells and all kinds of things.
That's right. So there's ways we have to find solutions. And let's talk about some of those solutions.
Yeah, can we supplement for these 4 antioxidants that you're saying we need to be able to help with the mitochondrial function? Can we supplement for those antioxidants specifically?
Well, until recently, there was really no way to supplement for SOD or catalase or even glutathione. So there's been some improvement in that area.
They've made some headway with antioxidants like glutathione, but unfortunately the body just doesn't absorb these things very well, right?
That's right. They have it, but it just can't get into the cells to where it's needed.
Right.
And there really is no way to supplement for SOD or catalase or even to a certain extent glutathione. But there is another hack.
Okay, now we're going to get to the hack, because this is a problem, and is especially a problem for people who are aging because their antioxidant production is declining, and so oxidative stress is ramping up and it's causing more aging and it's accelerating the whole process. This is definitely a problem. Let's talk about the hack, because there is a solution to this problem. If you've never heard of C60 before, for the people out there that don't know what it is, might have heard of it from a friend who's been taking it for various issues. What is C60 exactly?
Well, C60 is a molecule of 60 carbon atoms shaped exactly like a little soccer ball. And it's one of the most powerful antioxidants yet discovered.
Okay, so we know it's a molecule, we know it's an antioxidant, but what makes it so special?
Well, C60 is considered a free radical sponge, and with an antioxidant efficiency several hundred times more powerful than conventional antioxidants like vitamin C, D, and E. One of the ways it does that is it has the ability to reset itself. It actually pulls hydrogen ions from the environment around it, stores it on the inside of its cage-like structure, and then uses those to neutralize oxidative radicals that are attracted to its slightly positive charge. And then it can reset itself again and again and again. And that's how it's characterized as several hundred times more powerful than other antioxidants, because most of the antioxidants, including the ones from the body, when they interact with an oxidative radical, the body has to reset them using a little bit of ATP and some enzymes to reset it back to a functionality, where C60 can do that by itself without burdening the body in any way, such as requiring more ATP.
Now, there's another interesting little factoid about C60 is that it can cross the blood, brain, gut barriers, so it can get to anywhere the oxidative stress is hiding out. So it's very small, so there's no place for the oxidative stress to hide.
And another great thing about C60, it doesn't create any permanent chemical bonds in the body, so it doesn't accumulate and washes out in somewhere between 4 to 10 days. And that's really important. And in scientific studies, they've found, even at levels 10,000 times, which have been found health beneficial in research studies, it has no toxicity at any level. And that's the other key, is it doesn't interfere with any of the body's signaling molecules. So like certain antioxidants like vitamin D or vitamin E or vitamin C, if you take too much, it interferes with the body's signaling molecules, so the cells can't communicate, and that causes a problem. C60 does not do that, since it will not interfere with any of the body's signaling molecules at all.
Let's go over the health benefits that have already been established by scientific research. We know C60 enhances energy production in the cells by increasing mitochondrial efficiency.
And we know it supports mental clarity and cognitive function. And that part of that's based on the ATP production being enhanced.
And studies show it may help with mild memory loss associated with aging.
And part of that, it supports hormone levels by producing pregnenolone, the precursor molecule for all the hormones, which is produced in the mitochondria.
C60 also promotes a balanced immune response.
And it supports athletic performance.
It promotes skin vitality and hair growth, and in human studies, C60 lessen the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles when applied topically.
And increase the growth rate of hair.
So it really does. seem to help with some of the aging symptoms, I would say.
Yes, it does.
In summary, when your body doesn't have the antioxidants it needs to neutralize free radicals, this increases the oxidative burden your cells are under, which left unchecked can do serious damage and accelerate the aging process.
C60 can help support your body by lifting the oxidative burden your cells are under so they can do their job and you can get back to doing the things you love to do.
We hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
And if you'd like to try C60 for yourself, visit shopc60.com and remember to use the coupon code THE-C60 Show for 10% off your entire order.
If you're watching us on YouTube today, we'd love to see you again. Please make sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon to get a notification every time we upload something new.
See you next time.